Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat for Halloween. Better give a treat that's good to eat if you want to keep life serene. Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat the whole night through. Little scalawags with fiendish gags.
You are listening to the Last Roundup Horror Show. I am Frank. With me, as always, Jason Miller.
Let's go, folks.
There he is. John Walmsley.
Fizz, fizz.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's new. I like that.
Just a hat.
Oh,
Just a hat.
Oh, yeah. Spider-Man hat.
Yeah.
We got Rob Avery. How you doing, Rob?
The long-time Boston Celtics fan, Rob Avery.
Just start making up weird facts about Rob.
Learn something new about him every week.
He likes to draw pictures in the sunshine. Anyways, let's start talking about movies. Let's kick it right off with Terrortory 2. Rob's pick, an anthology film. The sequel to the hit anthology. I think they wrote this themselves. The sequel to the hit anthology film, 4 chilling stories tied together by one man traveling through the terrifying land known as the Terrortory, featuring monsters from the first film, the Midnight Clown and Smiling Jack, as well as all new creatures. Written and directed by Kevin Kangas, who did the Fear of Clowns series. Really likes clowns. Jason, do you have any information?
Okay, so listen. All right, I don't have any info on any movie. I've been busy this week.
Right.
And I thought we had the group. I thought the group was first. I thought I had one movie to watch, and then all of a sudden I have 4 to watch. So
how many did you get down?
Well, I watched 1 and the first segment of 1031. That's it.
Yeah. The first segment of 1031, you said?
Are you guys froze or what? Is my country internet taking over?
You lagged.
Oh, you caught up.
Country internet lagged out there.
So no, I'm gonna sit back and watch this review.
Oh, well, which movie did you watch, you say?
Blood Red Sky, and then the first segment of 1031 as far as I got.
Well, tell me
about this movie.
This is basically what you got here is there's a man, he's got a map, he's got a compass. He's going through this woods. You would love it. There's so much woods. They shoot the fuck out of this woods.
It's all woods.
Almost every shot, they enter it, they start at the woods and then they pan over. Oh no, I wouldn't say that. I'd say it looks very much like it was shot on a cell phone is what I felt through most of this, but it might just be the angles they decided to shoot. I don't know. There's things I liked about it, things that I hated about it. The acting is about what I expected, but it's serviceable. But basically the whole idea of this is this guy's going to walk through this area that for some reason is segregated off different horror characters that they've created. Now, I felt that all the horror characters in this were purchased from Spirit Halloween. They're very much like a scary clown. And then
I just went there, by the way. Great store.
I do like the store. But if you're making a horror movie, maybe come up with something original. But the pumpkin guy looks dumb as fuck. It just looks like somebody put a plastic pumpkin on their head. And there is some special effects that work, but most of the stuff is shot around what's happening. I think that the idea itself of having a territory is kind of cool, but I think that they should have just stuck with monsters and made it different monsters because they have like that natural mysticism to it or whatever. Like you can have like the, like Bigfoot, the cryptid type vibe to stuff, but they have just serial killers hanging out in this woods. Like they don't have any like camp or whatever. They're like just wandering around like they're supernatural creatures. But it's split up into different segments. The first segment is about a wishing well where typical monkey paw thing, you make a wish in this well and bad shit happens. But it was a stupid premise. There was terrible lighting, dumb fake boobs, the dumbest. I mean, ladies, just if you have no boobs, just do that. You know, it's fine. You don't have to get these weird,
lots of guys
fucking
like that.
weird guys. Do you guys like them? Because they're weird as fuck to me.
Look all right.
It's like, could you imagine if you just put a fake dick in your dick? Like, it would just, there's no sensation anymore, and it's weird. Like, okay, well, whatever.
Oh my god.
But
oh my god.
I just think they could have done something really cool with this, because the whole movie they could have done something cool with, but they fucked it up. Like, the dude makes a wish, the girl makes a wish to be pregnant, and the dude makes a wish to fuck the girl at the gas station, which was basically just an antique store. I didn't see any candy bars or sodas or anything you would see in a gas station. But so what happens is this girl gets pregnant, and then this adult woman comes out of her naked, covered in blood, and then it just fades out whenever she says, you wish to fuck the girl at the gas station. Like, there's nothing there, you know. It's weird. There's some stupid sequence in between. There's like sequences in between it that like connect it together, because basically this dude wants to go kill the clown monster thing. So you know, typical anthology. But this is where you get to see the jack-o'-lantern guy for the first time, and there's a pretty cool, like, he rips the guy's skull apart. That looks kind of cool. But everything else was just shot around and kind of awkward. It's really lame that they have these jurisdictions too. Like, there's several times where like a guy's getting chased, and then the monster can't go past this invisible line because it's not his territory. And I thought that was stupid as fuck. And there's so many rules for all these different things.
It sounds all right. It was something, sounds like they didn't pull it off.
If they did the right
it's
thing,
something new, I guess.
Yeah, like if you want to have serial killers, maybe not have them. I don't know. You'd have to establish some sort of system of I don't know. Monsters make more sense to me. But yeah, I think they mucked it up with all the rules and regulations and mixing the slashers with monsters. The second segment I liked a lot. It's Pumpkin Trail. These guys are out with metal detectors. They find these pumpkins. There's little treasures underneath each one of them. And it was kind of cool because the guys were funny. Like they were the best. I thought the best actors in the movie were these old dudes. And I laughed my ass off whenever there was some pointless racism in this scene. I don't know why they did that. They're trying to be funny, but the funny part was whenever they said, where we're going to eat after this. And then in unison, two of the dudes say Golden Corral. And that shit made me laugh out loud. But I do like some of the music in this segment, synthesizer stuff. But I enjoyed where this
sounds great. Sounds great.
Whenever this story was happening, I was enjoying the possibilities of where it could possibly go. And then I'll be goddamned if they didn't just fuck it up the butt with these little stupid pumpkins. Like everything, the pumpkins just attack them. Like, and they look stupid. They look dumb. It's bad. They could have done literally anything after they dig up their friend who's got a gold tooth, you know, he went missing. But yeah, just garbage ending on that. I have serious issues with the next segment because this insane lady is expecting her full-grown human husband to eat a grapefruit without sugar on it. Like, have you ever tried to do that? And it seems insane. But you might as well just eat it like an apple at that point. Another issue I have with the next segment, which is what is even happening in it. Oh yeah, I didn't even know what to call this one because it's just this guy trying to find his wife and daughter in the woods, and she calls him and says she has bad signal, but she's clear as fuck the whole time that she's talking to him. They didn't even try to like make it seem like she didn't have a crystal clear signal. Just pay attention to your details, I think, if you're going to have details. And then they all the monsters that they say can't go in other territories are just together at a meeting or whatever. And it's just a monster party, I guess. I don't know, man. This is a mess. There's a final face off with the clown that's kind of entertaining because like the rules of the clown are he always leaves one person free. So like if you go in there by yourself, he can't kill you. But some other weird dude out of nowhere just shows up. And so the clown's like pointing back and forth at which one he's going to kill. And then the dude just straight up shoots the other guy. And that made me laugh too. That was an enjoyable moment. But yeah, I mean, ultimately the best part of this movie is the two knife kills at the end. They looked good. There's a lot of potential that was here, but they just fucked it up with all the Spirit Halloween shit. I gave it a 4 out of 10 because they probably worked really hard on this. But yeah, it is what it is. John?
Yeah. Did anyone watch part 1?
No,
because I didn't.
I haven't been able to find it.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I
I thought maybe it was on Tubi, but
nope, it's not.
oh, okay. All right. So I don't know, like the deal. Maybe there was these jurisdictions were explained and all that kind of stuff back then, or
They
something.
kind of
I
tried
don't
to
know.
explain it to you in this one, but it didn't make sense anyways.
It was it was some weird magic.
So
thing, I guess.
the jurisdictions you guys are talking about, it's not the monster, like there's not monsters, it's humans.
It's a woods filled, like think of a haunt, like if you went to a
Right.
haunted woods.
Mhm.
This section's the pumpkin man, this section over here is the clown.
But are they monsters or real people, just
They're-
crazy people?
there's like a guy, a scary clown guy.
They're supernatural.
They're supposed to
They're
be
supernatural
supernatural, I guess.
Okay.
entities, but they look human. You know what I mean? Like
I got you.
they look like a human wearing a pumpkin head.
Yeah,
plastic
like
pumpkin on it.
literally just cut those buckets that you keep getting candy in, just cut the bottom out, put it
Yeah.
over your
Yeah.
head.
I mean,
Right.
he's a main character, so who knows what he did in the first one? Maybe his
Mhm.
origin story's cool. Who knows?
Can't
I mean, he
imagine.
looks. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so I like the dude mapping the area. I thought that was kind of cool. Then I said encounters rando guy who offers to tag along and listen to stories.
Yeah,
Like, all right,
sure.
cool. The fountain had potential. I have to read my notes because I don't even remember it. I watched this like almost 2 weeks ago because that's all I
I
had time to
should've.
do. That whole pregnant and giving birth scene, that was crazy, but that scream. The audio was not great in this movie.
No,
It
there was
very
times where
shrill.
it clipped. Like when they recorded it, it clipped and they didn't
there
do
was
another
like
take.
a glitch or something. Yeah,
Oh
like
yeah,
it
they
peaked and
yeah, it went into the
cut it
red,
right
man.
out. Yeah, they went into the red. Smiling Jack. All right, I mean, it seems to be the fan favorite if he's on the cover or something, Plastic pumpkin on the head. We already covered that.
Classic.
I mean,
I
or he
feel-
was a Jason type killer. Oh yeah, all the audio sucked in this one.
Mhm.
They make. I just said the two guys survive. That's all I wrote. I was not that interested in this at all. Like I wasn't really that interested. Pumpkin Trail, whatever. 3 dudes, metal detectors, then the pumpkins come.
There we go.
There's nothing.
That's exactly what it looks
listen,
like.
yeah, like that.
I'm
I have
gonna-
the same exact, pretty much the same exact thing as Frank. Like I had the same problems. The one story, I think it was the Wendigo.
Oh yeah, that
with
was
the
like
furry
5
suit.
seconds. That was like 5 seconds.
Yeah, right. I was like, okay,
But
that was funny.
Yeah, look at this, Jason. See that?
Oh wait, can I move this? Okay. Oh yeah, now Rob nailed it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that
yeah.
gas station chick was hot though. She's very.
Yeah.
Pretty.
That's Stormy Mia.
Oh, you know who that is?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, cool.
I saw her
Yeah,
name
she's-
in the movie credits. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this movie because she's in it. and it turned out like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool.
What was the monster in the well? Like, there was some confusing shit about that segment. Like that sheriff comes in, right, and then says something about like, she says, you didn't mind when I sent your wife back to the well. You remember
that? Yeah, I believe I wrote a note about that. I said he was wished back, he was dead and wished back alive.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what I got from that one. Like the lady was like, the girl was like holding it over him. You know what I mean? Like that she has.
Yeah. Oh my God. I went straight to the dumbest place where I thought I thought she went back there and wished him to be dead, and then she became him.
Oh no.
That is the dumb. You're right though. I think you're right. Anyways.
Yeah.
Continue.
The Midnight Clown was just whatever. You know, guy in a clown suit. This didn't enthuse me. I'm curious though. I've seen two. I kind of want to see where it started. Maybe it's better.
I'll be honest. I would watch a third one. I'll probably watch the first one. I mean, it's like there's something about it that I want to work, I guess.
Yeah. You want to see if maybe like they did it right in the first film, and then maybe, I don't know, slacked off in the second, or vice versa. Maybe the second's better than the first, you know, and that's saying something, because I gave it a 3. I said it's better than The Streets Run Red.
Everything is. I've been going to war in different groups. Some people like, I just saw the worst movie ever, and they talking about like the new what's that fucking witch movie?
Malignant?
No, The Craft. I just watched The Craft. It was the worst. I'm like, bullshit. I bet I know a movie. Challenge. Watch it.
Yeah, I gave it a 3.
Yeah.
Rob? Cool idea, not just whatever. I'm not gonna check it out again. It was a blind watch. Cool.
I personally got a kick out of the movie. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it was an independently shot film. You know, and it's had some really, and some of the characters, like the Pumpkinhead guy, I just thought it was funny. You know, I was figuring maybe it was like a horror comedy or something like that, and it was just meant to be like a gag.
When I'm looking at it, the dude can't see. Like he can't see.
Well, he's supernatural, so the pumpkin head is actually his head, and he's seen through those pumpkin eyes.
I mean, maybe
painted pumpkin eyes.
I'm just impressed at the actor, because there is no holes.
They had to rehearse that, or the holes were, or it was digitally put in there.
It's possible.
Yeah, they could have digitally put it in there, and it's so small, like who would notice?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I had fun with it. The story, I liked the concept of what was going on with all of the different characters and the territories and all that. Because I was like, you know, that's one place if someone went, they'd be totally fucked, because there's no place to go that's safe. And then as an extra bonus, you know, like if you go to the woods, like let's say, like life sucks. I'm gonna go to the woods, find this dude, and get killed and get turned into one of these supernatural badasses. And then just like be like immortal and do whatever the hell you want, as long as you hang out in the woods, which is better than going to a 40-hour job. Shit.
So you're saying you'd rather be a monster than go to work?
I mean,
story man, that
don't
really
sound too bad.
Get so hungry out there.
I like that. The whole concept of like giving birth to full, that was cool. That was like very graphic, very very intense. You know, it's like some of the score effects were good, you know, some of them weren't so, you know, but everything can't be perfect. I had fun with it. I would personally would give the movie a solid 6, just because you know, it is for what it is. It was entertaining to watch, and that's all I kind of look for. And I think if they I agree with you guys, like if they had a bit more of a budget and they maybe just took a little more time with it, and maybe gotten a little more creative with some of the characters, instead of just like, painting somebody up, like make an actual cool creature, like I just spend an extra couple bucks and have someone build a monster costume. I mean, I have a zero budget, but I got a monster costume in the garage that I'm building. It's at least try.
I mean, the whole pumpkin guy. Oh my god, that's just literally not trying. Like you could even fuck the pumpkin up a little bit, make it look weird or something.
There's a nice clean plastic pumpkin,
brand new. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to a different anthology. 1031 Part 2. Previously, we've done we did the first part, like season 1 or something like that. Join horror host Malvolia, the Queen of Screams, as she celebrates this year's Halloween Monster Marathon with 5 new tales of terror and the macabre. This Halloween horror anthology from independent horror's best and bloodiest directors is a grab bag of treats you are sure to enjoy. Written and directed by like 8 people. So you go ahead and check that out on imdb.com because it's a lot. So Malvolia, they did it again. They didn't use her like
I mean, it was good to see her. It was good to see her back. She popped up. She felt, it felt comfortable. It felt good to see her. I only made it through the first segment of this movie, but I cannot believe they didn't take our advice.
And what did we say? Put her in the segments.
Told them what to do.
Put her in between the segments.
Yes,
or not have her at all. Right, like
I wouldn't go that far.
It doesn't make sense.
Put her in a damn.
It was like a waste. It was a waste of her being. And
she's good. I think she's good at it.
If you do that with
character killing someone, that would have been great.
Oh well, she has plenty of good stuff on her YouTube channel that she does a little Halloween. She has a Halloween special she does every year, but
she should have been used in between segments.
She's good. She's good at it.
But there's several things about this that makes. Am I the only one aside from Jason that's seen the first one?
I
never saw the first one.
I recommend the first one.
Yeah, if you like this at all, the first
I enjoyed
it. But it's got her, and then Rocky Gray also does the music. Who Rocky Gray was in Evanescence, so like I was always kind of ragging on that shit. But he also is in what I wrote it down: Living Sacrifice and Solace Deus, which are some pretty crazy. He plays guitar and I mean the music in this is great. But you saw the first segment, Jason.
Yep.
A Sam Hain. Is it Sam Hain or Sa Wayne? Because
a Sam Hain litter. It says I wrote a Sam Hain liturgy.
Yeah, but people always say it different ways. Like I used to say Sam Hain.
It's pronounced Samhain.
I used to say Sam Hain because it's spelled that way. And then
that's the Celtic Samhain.
Samhain spelled differently?
I don't know. Technicalities.
Sam Hain is spelled how it sounds.
So all those times I was trying those spells, I was pronouncing it wrong. Now I'm going to try it again and pronounce it right and see what happens.
But yeah, like I was saying, Rocky Gray, there's some metal in this that is fucking great. Like yeah, but there's this funny black metal joke that I've actually had this argument before with people because she says, why does it sound like it was recorded in a bathroom? And anybody who's ever listened to like old black metal, like real early stuff, it sounds like that. And a lot of those people that are like hardcore black metal people are like, I would never listen to Cradle of Filth. I only listen to whatever this thing is that sounds like it was recorded in a fucking toilet. Yeah, I've had that argument so many times. But pretty fucked up little story to start things off with. I inherently don't really find kids scary that much because, man, if you get killed by a kid, that's embarrassing, right? Like if a little kid kills you with a hammer, that's sad. Take the hammer away. I mean, but
kick that little fucker.
But it was pretty fucked up, a little culty kind of way to start the movie. The second segment, Deadlift, I thought had some cool Twilight Zone vibes to it. I like the way they used color and lighting in it. Basically, this is just a guy that picks up I don't even know how to describe it. A guy picks up a dead dude, right? And
I thought it was a vampire, like alien.
Oh, that's what it was, right?
Thing. It was like
an alien
being just like it was an alien,
because it like he was going to kill himself anyways, and then it kind of just took him over, and then did the same thing to his girlfriend. But I mean, so far, that's 2 for 2. I liked both those segments. The next one was called Apache Hatchet Massacre 2, and it lost me a little bit. It seemed kind of slapdash. I don't really know what the story they were trying to tell was. But by the time I knew, but I was thinking, I was like, what's going on? And by the time I couldn't even finish that thought, it was over with. So really short. I fucking loved the 4th segment, Overkill, which is basically, I thought it was going to be this like cheap slasher ripoff because the dude's in a Jason mask, right? And then it ends up being several different killers outside this girl's window, like arguing about who's going to kill her. It was really fucking funny. I really liked that whole segment. The 5th segment is called Sister Mary, and it was the weakest segment for me. I just did not care about it at all. I thought it was kind of boring. But overall, this is solid. I mean, everything I've seen from Scream Team is around an 8. But I'm gonna sit with a 7 on this. It was there were some problematic things that weren't in the first one, but I don't know. John?
All right, so I hadn't seen the first one. But I got the gist of it pretty quick. Was she is underused in the first one?
Exactly the same way, just bookend, and instead of using like a horror host should be used.
That's a shame. They need to use her more. She seemed pretty cool. I really like the music for that mock trailer they started off with. It actually, maybe it was like a shorter segment, but it was presented like a trailer. I liked how the announcer was like, "Oh, fuck it," and then they started doing other shit. Truck Squatch, I'd watch it. Give me some Truck Squatch.
What'd you guys watch this on?
It's on Tubi. It's also on Amazon.
Okay, see, I started to watch it on Amazon, and I had heard people talk about these trailers before, and I didn't see no trailers. Like, it went straight into the first segment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the little kid or whatever.
Oh,
so yeah, I didn't.
So you missed a good bit, like a good.
And
bit of, like,
I've
fun
heard
stuff.
people say that the trailers are better than the actual segments are.
Yeah,
so.
See, that's what. Yeah, and especially the October kids. Move over, Monster Squad.
Yeah.
And the creature was pretty cool. In that, I really like the creatures. And then we get into the Samhain liturgy, which was just okay. I like the kid making masks out of Bible pages. I thought that was pretty cool. But I agree. Like, if you get taken down by a kid, that's not like supernatural shit. Like, kick that little fucker.
I feel the same way about dolls though too. Like, even in I love Puppet Master, but I think I could beat them all.
Even Tumblr?
All I need's a bat. I mean, the only one that would be problematic would be that one that shoots lasers. When they start shooting lasers and shit, that'd be a problem.
Well, also 6-shooters got those guns. You'd be like,
but he has to shoot you a lot. True. He got to shoot you a lot. Them little bullets. I got a lot of chunk. I got a lot of chunk to get through here.
I didn't dig Deadlift as much as you did. I thought it was okay, but it just didn't resonate with me like it did with you. I liked Apache Hatchet Massacre too. I liked it a lot. It was the right kind of silly where it was just about satire and they were acting like it was satire. I felt like that could have been just a little bit longer. That was up there with the trailers. I really liked that a lot. Overkill was funny. Like
Yeah.
but that dude was supposed to be what, the BTS killer?
Yeah, something
And then
like that.
Jason, and then I like how he was like getting in Jason's face. That was funny.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was like the nerdiest shit.
And then the clown comes, the clown guy comes, and he's like, come on, guy. Do you know how long it takes me to get ready? Like,
Right. Yeah. Like I was like, all right, that's funny.
the only thing I didn't understand was at the end of it, that kid comes with the golf club. What's
Funny
that?
games.
Oh, is that
Funny
what it
games.
was? But they're
Yeah.
not little kids in that
No,
movie.
but it's Halloween though.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's a little like wannabe psycho.
Okay.
You don't see him do nothing. I don't, right? You don't see
No,
him
he
do
comes out
nothing.
of
He's
nowhere.
just like,
At first I thought he was the kid from the first segment, but I was like, nah, that kid shows up later though. Yeah.
nah, he was one of the two kids in the first segment.
Was he?
He had the white gloves and shit, and he had
Okay.
the golf club. I was like, at first I didn't understand it, and then when he joined up with them at the end, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Okay. Because he was they did the American remake too with, I can't remember the guy. I can't place where he's from, but he's like a known actor too.
Mhm.
It's not for everybody. Sister Mary, I liked it. I thought she reminded me of like a hot Mary Ellen Trainer, you know, the mom from Monster Squad and Goonies.
Okay. Yeah.
Like there was that mixed in there. It was a little confusing. I don't get me wrong, but I thought it looked cool. It looked really cool to me. So here's where I was confused. I said, so she's a nun that got pregnant and left the convent, and then she killed her lover and fed him to that. What was that thing in the basement? I don't even remember.
Dude, I don't know. It was
I
thought it was confusing as shit. Like
and then she did a self-abortion down the steps. I said, this created the thing in the basement. Awesome costume. I gave this one like a what did I give this? I forgot to write it down. It's a 5. Give it a 5.
all right, Rob.
Just okay.
I'd give this movie a solid 6. I liked the segment with the evil kid. That was cool. I thought that was just like when he was crushing the dude's head with the hammer. That was fantastic. I was loving that because I saw that coming. I was like, "This is gonna be great. He's gonna get on that. He's gonna bust that shit up." And he was like, "I was like, yeah, give it." And then on the second segment, one with the dead guy. I'm sorry, it was hard for me to stay awake during that one.
I thought that dude was hilarious. Just the way he delivered all his lines. The dead guy, whatever the actor's name was. Yeah. Anyways, Rob, continue.
And then the slasher one, of course, you know I'm gonna love that. That was fun, and that was a refreshing dose of comedy there. And of course, in the trailers, oh man, all the trailers were fucking fantastic. I loved that. I was like, you know, they should actually make movies out of those trailers. That would be really cool. And then that final segment with the nun, that was just like, I don't know. Once again, it was just. I don't think I actually saw the ending. I think I actually did succeed in nodding off. So it's like,
yeah, I could see that. That's how interested I was in it. Anyways.
Well, yeah, I'll give the movie a solid 6 because the trailers worked and those 2 segments worked, and the rest wasn't bad. It was just not my particular cup of tea.
Right.
But there wasn't enough bad in there for me to call this a bad film. I enjoyed it more than I didn't, if I can say that.
Yeah, it's like a Mad magazine, you know, like
right.
not everything in it's gonna be for you, but like
exactly,
you're still gonna buy it. Or I am, anyways. Shit.
Yeah, that's definitely a good movie to add to your collection.
And the first one, like, I really like the first one. Like,
I need to check out the first one.
I believe there's a weird roller skating rink. Remember that one?
Roller skating. Yeah. Well, let me comment on the segment. I did see this. I missed the trailer, so that kind of upsets me. But I guess my problem is I've watched enough anthologies to know that you usually come out of the gate swinging. I mean, you usually put one of the better segments up front. Some people may turn it off right away if you start off with a shitty segment. So I get you want to lead with a strong segment. So if that was the case in this, then it doesn't seem like it was as successful or as good as the first one, because the first segment, I thought, first of all, it's super low budget. And it took me a while to appreciate low budget stuff. It was around the time The Barn came out that kind of introduced me into today's low budget. But anyway, so yeah, and if they still didn't use Malvolia again, like there'd be another thing on it. Like, I don't know. I definitely I bought the first one. I liked it so much. I'm not sure what I gave it the score. It was a couple years ago, but I'm guessing that was probably a 6 or a 7 from me. So I recommend checking out the first one. I recommend checking out a lot of the Scream team releasing. Got to know some cool indie people through them, so check those guys out.
That one Bigfoot movie. Oh gosh, it was a really cool Bigfoot movie that came out recently.
Well, he blew up. Like that company blew up. Like there was just a couple releases, and then all of a sudden he like The Barn like set them, in such a good direction. Like they just started releasing everybody's like. So I don't know. They got a crap ton of movies out now.
All right. Well, let's go to 2017. Revenge. Summary for this film: never take your mistress on an annual guy's getaway, especially one devoted to hunting. A violent lesson for 3 wealthy married men. Written and directed by Coralie Fargeau, French lady. I thought this movie was just basically like a retreading of I Spit on Your Grave, different tune, a new version. It's the same thing.
A revenge film, you say?
Yeah. And I don't know how you guys feel about those films, but I'm not a fan. I mean, they're always so like there's always rape in them, and it's like I don't want to see that. And of course it's not my jam. This is shot really well though. Like if you like I Spit on Your Grave, you will really like this movie probably.
If you like rape, you will really like it.
No. It's tastefully done. It's tastefully done.
My kid didn't even get to see
but
it.
there is some crazy shit that happens in it. Like this girl gets like impaled, and then it's wild, man. She does come back, but if I'm going to watch a revenge movie, I'll be honest, I want to watch Mother's Day, and that's probably the only one I really want to watch. It's the only one I have fun with, or that I've seen anyways. What's some other revenge movies? I can't even think of any.
Last House on the Left.
Oh, I like that one. Rape, of course, involved.
It's definitely involved.
Got to be in there. Why can't they ever have revenge of something other than rape?
I mean,
I'm fine with it. I mean, I guess it's probably the worst thing aside from killing a woman you could do to them. But like John Wick's huge, and they just killed his dog, right? So,
well, Friday the 13th, they killed Jason's mother, so that's kind of a revenge thing there.
Yeah, I guess so. I just don't know why. To me, this is an entertaining premise to watch. It's not. I don't know. I don't get it. It's not like something that I'm like, I want to kick back, just see how the night's gonna go, and just unveil some fucking atrocities. They're not real, I know, but holy shit. Ultimately, at the end of the movie, you're left saying, I mean, everybody in it's terrible, all of them, even the woman. She's not even that great. You end up sitting there saying, man, I sure am glad that this mistress made it out alive. Like that's it. I mean, the only part I thought was cool was whenever she you take some peyote. That's what it was, right? Peyote.
Mhm.
And then she like pulls the shit out of her, like cauterizes it, and it like leaves a little, what, phoenix or something. But yeah, I gave this a 6 because it's done so well. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I cannot deny that if you like this style movie, you will enjoy it. So, that's me. 6.
That's a good review because I mean, I can't say I specifically like Revenge, but I Spit on Your Grave and Last House on the Left. So
Yeah,
it sounds like I like it.
give it a shot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I dug this one a lot. I've been meaning to watch it. It was always on my docket, but I just never got around to watching it. So perfect excuse to watch it now. Awesome colors. I thought the color of the film was really well done. I love the way it was shot was really well done too. Like I totally 100% agree. This was a classy I split on your, or not classy, glossy. This is a glossy.
It's the Blumhouse
on your grave.
Yeah, I get it.
No, this is better. I feel like this is better than Blumhouse. Like the look. This is some high end shit. Yeah, the girl's a mistress. Whatever. I like her story, her survival skills. I like how she takes the peyote and fucking predators herself in the field, just dresses her wounds. That impalement was so brutal on that tree. And the way they showed they got like so many awesome close-ups in this of like macro shots of like ants crawling around in the blood and stuff, and like it's overtaking them. She gets off of the bridge. She builds a fire underneath herself, like she's like bent backwards up. She's upside down, scraping shit together, starting a fire. Like she was a badass chick. Like I like her a lot. Everything she did was so justified. The effects were really good. She got that dude in the eye twice.
Oh my god.
So fast. It was like in the fog when they got real quick, It was just like she got him so good. And man, fuck that dude. Fuck that dude. That was a fat dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy for letting it go down, and then fuck that dude that did it. It wasn't the worst scene you've ever seen, but it sucks. You know what I mean? Like it was well done though. It was very well done. Lots of tension in this movie. Like this was like far-fetched, but not out of the realm possible. Like probable this could happen, like we don't know what the rich are up to. They're hunting people.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're doing weird shit with their money. Wouldn't be surprised if something like this went down one time or another. Once again, the effects, the glass in the foot. Holy shit. That was awesome. Really like that. It looked so good. I am personally sorry that they didn't just shotgun that dude in the balls at the end, just as like that final gross, gritty revenge. So for that reason, I gave it a 9.
See, if you like,
had she shot that dude in the nuts, like, and just it was like
poor director doesn't get a 10 because he didn't shoot the dude in the nuts.
So simple.
That sucks.
The scene called for it.
Yeah, it was. It would have made sense. I mean,
yeah.
But so, what do you give it, Rob?
I dug it. I'd give it a solid 8. It was like an action-packed movie. It's like one of those films, that's like you see the dirtbag, the scumbags who in real life would totally have gotten away with all this scot-free, not get punished or anything. But in this movie, it's a totally different situation, and she comes back and gets her revenge. and totally messes these guys up. And it's like classic, like just like the new remake of I Spit on Your Grave. It's like, well, not new, it's pretty old now, but still, that it was very very well done. Lots of gore, lots of blood, and these guys who you want to see suffer. It's just so good.
It's yeah, it is.
I'm sold. Those fish I'm sold. You guys have sold me.
Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, let's move in.
Revenge is really good.
Let's move into our last film, Blood Red Sky, John's pick, 2021, brand spanking new on Netflix. Check it out now.
I'm trying to introduce more new flicks.
Yeah.
I need some new. I want to see what the new school's up to.
This is an interesting film. A woman with a mysterious illness is forced into action when a group of terrorists attempt to hijack a transatlantic overnight flight. Directed by Peter Thorworth, written by Peter Thorworth and Stefan Holtz. Jason, do you have any information on this?
No, I don't have any notes on this one either, but I did watch it.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, cool.
The first 20 minutes, I was like, what the fuck? Get going. Do so. Why am I watching these fucking people at an airport? Why am I watching this woman take medicine?
Really?
Let's do it. Yeah, I hate that shit, man.
Listen,
Start on the plane. Start on the fucking plane. They're getting on it.
I don't have my my notes wrote down, so they're in my head. But I remember thinking, like, they had me hooked from the get go. Like I was like, what's going on? What's in that plane? Like I thought they did a good job.
I was like
they just grabbed me right away.
Well, they get that kid right, and they're like, what happened on the plane? And then they show the stuff, them getting like, just start on the plane. Just all I want. Just cut that 10 minutes out.
I like the opening.
I just didn't like that pacing, but it does pick up once they get on the fucking plane. But yeah, the things they do. What? Oh yeah. Well, the mom gets shot, right? And I was like, bummer. And then she comes back, and I was like, what is she, a zombie or something? Like, what's going on? Because I thought this was a zombie movie for some reason.
Well, so, here, I'm gonna jump in through your guys'
plane to Busan
reviews here. But yeah, that's exactly what this is. Like it easily could have been zombies.
It's like almost
this was they saw how well Train Busan done, and like,
that's what I was thinking. I was like,
vampires on planes.
They're gonna put these on a DVD set together or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't until she burst out of the cockpit as a full vampire when I was like, all right, well, that's pretty cool. I mean, she looks good.
Looks good, don't she?
It gets crazy. And there's some weird gross shit in this too. Like we saw it in Hell Baby when we watched that, but she takes the meat container and like busts it open and like drinks that. That is gross. Every time I see that, I'm like, God damn it, why you gotta do that?
That was awesome.
Yeah, once again, it's a vampire movie, so they've got to get into the fucking logistics. They could have just fought the whole time, and I would have been totally happy with it. But they had to get into the like backstory. I don't need that. We know what vampires do. We know what a vampire do. Let's just do the vampire. I mean, everybody knows they gotta feed. Let's get them feeding, brother. Let's get them in the mix. I don't even know that she got bit in a shed 16 years ago or whatever it was. 8 years ago.
See, I like it. You gotta have it. Gotta have it.
Yeah.
I just don't know why we can't just have vampires.
It was literally 5 minutes of the movie, so it's not like vampires through
they bring it back over and over again. They keep bringing more of this backstory that's unnecessary. Why can't we just have a movie where vampires fight humans without finding out what they did yesterday, what they ate yesterday? I don't need all that. I just want them to fight, man. Put them in a ring. Put them in a ring, brother.
Good God.
Watch Monday Night Raw or something. I don't know.
I would if it was Monday Night Raw, all vampires. I'm in 100%.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Bring back Vampiro.
But this
just sit back and watch the movie. Enjoy the movie.
I did. I did. I'm giving you my opinions.
Just get to it. Just fight. Just skip the beginning.
Like,
just fight.
I don't know. I just have vampires. Everybody knows what a vampire is, just like werewolves. If every werewolf movie was them like, oh, well, silver bullets and all this shit, like there's always backstory that you don't need. We know what happens. She got bit by. You could start out as a vampire. That's all I'm saying. Everybody knows how vampires happen. I give this a 6 out of 10. I felt like it was Train to Busan, basically, but I enjoyed some stuff about it.
Did your emotions get manipulated?
They tried to. They tried to by shooting that mom right in front of her son.
They didn't.
They tried.
It wasn't even as effective as it was in the first time in Train to Busan like that.
No.
They did an okay job with the relationship between the mom and the boy, but like the boy was just too grown up. He took charge too much for me. He
took his own luggage through the airport.
I mean, it just seemed like he had lived a different life and all, but basically, I'm with you on just about everything. I mean, I like this. I like the story. I like the stuff that you liked, and then I like the stuff that you didn't like. But it still was just it was middle of the road for me as well. I think I give it a 5.
So, I like the style of the vampire from the poster. Didn't you see the poster, Frank? You were surprised she was a vampire?
I'll be honest. I always try to not look at anything. Aside from, I mean, I did see images, but they were just the little thumbnails on whatever. And I mean, we watched the trailer, and that was all I had, you know. So
okay.
Well, I read the description. The description pretty much tells you she's a vampire right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Not really. It says she has a mysterious disease.
That's not the one I read.
A woman with a mysterious illness is forced into action when a group of terrorists attempt to hijack a transatlantic overnight flight. Now that to me could be zombies.
Was like forced to
fighting for life
to release something or something like that. I don't know. They gave it away.
It's like, get off my plane, blah blah blah.
And then she's putting on.
Fucking vampires on the plane.
Get off my plane.
They should have gave her Nosferatu teeth, though. That would have bumped up the score for me.
That would have been cool. That would have been cool. But I like the look of this vampire. I am a fan of 30 Days of Night.
Yes.
But not the ending of it, because I just hate the ending of it.
Agreed.
Stupid. But up until then, those are some of the most badass vampires.
That overhead scene where you just start seeing the blood in the snow, that is great.
So cool. And all the vampire performers were wonderful. Like, holy shit. But anyways, so it's like vampires on a plane. You got big ass Dominic Purcell leading the pack, and then he gets dispatched rather quickly. And then I really like that Peter Stormare looking guy, the stereotypically gay flight attendant,
the guy that was all bloody and shit.
Yeah. He gave me the Peter Stormare vibes like crazy. Like they could have been, I don't know, related somehow. But anyways, I really dug his vibe. He was nuts. And that actor went like all in his performance. I could tell like that was some real good shit. He turned in a real fine performance. There's not much you can do on a plane. What was with the car? Is it because it was international? Like someone got to like pay to haul a car?
I guess. Which, by the way, whenever she like takes this rod, right, and stabs it through the fucking windshield after trying to shoot it a bunch of times. Now, after that, she doesn't ever think to pick the gun up and put it at that hole because that's empty. Oh, was it? Oh, fuck.
It was empty. Yeah,
that's immediately where I went.
Yeah, she unloaded on it.
Damn.
Didn't get very far. Like I said, I really like the vampires. I like the mom. She was cool. She was a good character. She was a strong mom. I like the kid. He didn't, sometimes kids can just get on your nerves, you know, and I felt like, you know what, this kid, his mom's been a vampire since he was virtually born, you know, like he was super small, like months when she got bit. And now he's what, 10, 9, 10, something like that.
Mhm.
Right. So he's been living like a different life for all his life. So he knew what he had to do. He had shit to tend to. There was always a game plan. The one thing that got on my nerves a little bit was that she just like grabbed all that serum. And it's like, all they do is, I would have liked some backstory on that. Like, what is that? Like, show me the notes or something that, like,
yeah, man.
A quick
I'm telling you,
like,
I thought zombie totally, because that shit reminded me of Zombrex from that fucking video game. What is that game?
Oh yeah, the mall.
I was like, she's taking Zombrex. It just makes sense.
Nah, but with the name Blood Red Sky, like on the cover, it was like her reflection was like vampire, like a vampire looking back at her. I like that they were gonna try and they were gonna give her a bone marrow treatment, right? That's what they were gonna do, and then I think so. That would probably cure her. So I thought that would have been pretty cool if that would
becoming a full-on vampire also cures it too, right? Like, you think, because she didn't become a full-on vampire until she drank the blood, right? In the, like, she had been, well,
that stuff was like inhibiting her bloodlust, and then once it was gone, that's like, that was it. Game on. The meat's back on the menu, boys. Like, I ended up giving this one a 6. It could have been a little bit better. Like, they tried to train Busan me, but it just didn't work out. I didn't care as much. I
would have rather had a less morally I don't know, like, I don't want a good vampire. Like, what's a good vampire?
Oh yeah, you know, of course not. She was like feral she was like a full-on feral vampire by the end.
Yeah, and those bad vampires, they were pretty cool.
Yeah. I dug that Peter Stormare looking dude. I can't remember his name, but he was pretty cool.
Rob, what do you say?
Oh, once again, it's like, I dug this movie because it kind of reminded me of From Dusk Till Dawn. You know, it's like, you know, it starts off, you know, looks like you're going to get an action flick, right? And it's just like, there's no hint at all that it's a horror film. And blammo, vampires, rawr, you know, it's fun. And I was like, I enjoyed the gore effects. I enjoyed the action sequences. It was very well, solid acted, you know, and it's like, for me, the movie worked. The villains were mean, you know, and it's just like, there's a lot of people getting slaughtered in this film. It's just fun. It was just fun for me, and I think overall, it's like a good action, pulpy, drive-in movie. You know, this is definitely something that should have been played at the drive-in. But I would totally give this a good solid 7. I think what would have
it was a nice change of pace. That having that action element in there, you don't get it too much.
No, it made it fun.
Yeah, and that, I gotta say, the pure insanity of that one dude to just be like, oh fuck, a vampire, I gotta get some of that, like, to just take the
oh yeah,
and then to just be so bold to be like, haha, I am a vampire. like just that's wild. You don't see that enough.
Yeah, he was cool. I liked him.
But that's the show, guys. We'll see you next time.
Right. See you guys.
Everyone. Try to enjoy the daylight.
Oh Lord.
Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat for Halloween. When the pumpkin shells cast evil spells, your little white house turns green.